I'm jacked.
Jack to the tax.
Looks as good as on paper. We're in the kill zone, pal. We're locked and loaded.
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session here on this Tuesday the 7th. Bank holiday yesterday in the UK. Appreciate not everyone has a bank holiday, but a little bit of a day off for us in the UK. Wasn't too much price action going on, to be honest, so glad to see that. Thanks to everyone that shared, liked and gave us a follow from this last video. If you haven't seen this, go back and watch this half an hour little educational video that I believe can help anybody new in understanding price action and how we follow the price action and watch the order flow from that. Okay, so thanks to everyone that liked, shared and gave us a follow from that one. Today we are going to have a look at some of the bigger assets in the market. We're going to have a look at Solana, we're going to have a quick look at ETH because ETH's forming an interesting range, and then we'll go and have a look at big boy Bitcoin as well. So a couple of charts posted yesterday. I think if you've been following me on the lives or in any of the socials, the TRDR socials as well, you'll know that I do like the Solana chart. I think Solana chart is looking very, very good. It's just breaking back up into its trend now. This was a post from yesterday. We'll go and have a look at the order flow in a second. And it's looking really nice. It's almost got this kind of Livermore funnel going on with it. So I'd be interested to see in the coming weeks what develops on Bitcoin dominance, why, what happens in total 3 market caps to all the altcoins except Bitcoin and ETH. Does Bitcoin want to chill out a little bit over the coming months? Remains to be seen if it does. And do Solana and some of the altcoins have a little play? So yeah, just interesting to see as well. I was going through the DEX. Obviously 99.99% of these coins on the DEX are absolute junk, aren't they, to be honest? But there are, and everyone has the favourites obviously, but there are some really, really nice technical charts out there on some of these assets, and some of them are hitting central exchanges as well. So if you did want to play perps hedges against any of your spot holdings, whether it be on DEX or central exchanges, it's just nice to see that some of these charts, not picking anyone in particular and shilling anyone in particular, they've got really, really nice. Just get a 4-hour chart, I would say, because some of these are still price action, still pretty new. Some of them have absolutely brilliant technical levels that they're playing off. Obviously the cats are doing quite well at the minute, but yeah, just absolute resistance to support levels just flipped and away you go. Really, really nice, easy invalidation. What's Burden doing at the minute? Yeah, but I mean it's trending, it's trending. We don't particularly have order flow for a lot of this shit in the TRDR console, but just wanted to highlight really that a lot of these are playing very, very nice technical levels, and even some of the more I don't know, you tell me what you think in the comments. I don't even know what some of these are, to be honest, but even some of these more obscure ones, maybe it's not obscure, I haven't looked at its Twitter actually, maybe it's got a good following, but really, really nice technical levels to play off. And some of them just holding these levels really, really low. If this sort of thing was, I'm just looking at this cat with bag thing, probably Popcat and the others are going to do a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not the expert on this shit, but I just like the charts. And it's funny, if some of the, if this was a main stock or crypto asset or even a bigger market cap asset, I'd be absolutely all over this, absolutely, a little deviation below maybe and then pop, but that holding that range there is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I just wanted to just point that out if you're interested in some of these, especially on stuff like Pepe as well, flipping these kind of like resistance to support levels. Absolutely brilliant. Breaks its downtrend, back tests it goes, flips that to support, easy invalidations, really, really nice. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we do get some kind of Solana summer, as I'm suggesting, but who knows. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at Solana, we're going to have a look at ETH, and we're going to have a look at Bitcoin today. We're going to have a look at some ranges and some order flow. Let's jump into the TRDR console. Right, so here we are guys, TRDR console as always, best data in the market in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. Drop on the link below, get a free trial if you've not already. Yeah, so main one I just want to have a quick look at is Solana. Straight away, something I want to point out is I've been asked before about the little green circles, what these are, and obviously you, if you're familiar with the console, you'll know what these are anyway. But these are price overlay. Okay, so these are overlay alerts. Okay, and what that is when we get an alert in our system, okay, from here it goes into our log. You can see we just got a couple from Engine here, okay, and it prints on the chart for us. Okay, so nice and easy to see. So you get an alert, you can get that via email, you can get it on Telegram, you can fire it across to your bots via your webhook or Discord. And I just wanted to point out quickly, because I've had a couple of questions on this, it's not a repainting indicator like any of your momentum shizzle that you'll see, or AI or anything like this. Is pure raw data in the order book. Okay, and what we normally say is don't be an alert trader, so don't just jump in and long this market, long this 100x or anything like that. You still need to manage your risk and everything. Okay, but it's saying to you, okay, price is coming down. You can just see I'm at this trend line here on Solana. Price is coming down, it's well bid. Okay, maybe you want to have a look at the charts and put a bit of risk on. Okay, and I just want to show you how that appears in the Telegram. Okay, so what you can do is, you've obviously just got your main alerts log here. Okay, so all alerts log, but then you can go and search in here. Okay, so I just look at Sol, and I've got a few in here for Sol obviously, and we can just see here back on the 30th at 122 price action, and there you go. Okay, so not repainting, pure raw data. And what this is set up as, okay, this is what we call an alt diamond and top level pro. Okay, and it's showing me at that time that Binance Spot and Binance Perps were well bid. So confluence on the biggest exchange, okay, that two markets, Perps and Spot, are well bid. Also at the time I've got a Qcoin alert on here as well, because Qcoin charts are quite nice. They were bidding this as it went all the way down actually. So Qcoin boys and girls were bidding this all the way down, but it was actually the Binance one. Okay, and you can just see your green circle there. So it was Binance that gave us the edge in the market, I would say there. Okay, and that's what we're seeing here. Okay, so that appears in your log, fires across to your Telegram and whatever you want. Okay, how do we see that? Just quickly on the alert here, you can change this to whatever you want. If you wanted a letter on there or an hour or anything, you can change that. Okay, but that's basically telling us, you know, I've got a few alts in here, but that's basically telling us we're bid at the lows. You might want to go and have a look at it. Okay, so grab a link from the socials. These alerts are all shared. The guys, the main guys at TRDR, set all these up for us. These are not my alerts. Okay, the main guys at TRDR set these alerts up, and then you just change it in how you want it. Okay, maybe you don't want Solo, maybe you want LDO, or you know, whatever else, or Whiff. You know, we've got Whiff in the markets now, Dog with Hat, so maybe you want him on as well. A very nice chart from Whiff actually. Right, so that being said, lows of the trend line, bid. Okay, and we're moving up. This is our range here on Sol. Okay, let me just zoom into that slightly for you guys. This is our range in Sol. We've been downtrending it a little bit. We've kind of broke that downtrend now, haven't we? We can say I don't even need to draw a trend line. We've kind of, well, we'll do. We've kind of broke out of this area now. Bit dubious that, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, I'm going to leave that off anyway. And we're pushing up, but this is our range. Okay, so Sol could get some reversion back down and just flip and confirm this zone. But yeah, really nice order flow from Sol. And what I want to do is just go and show you the higher time frame kind of funnel that you've got going on here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so yeah, remains to be seen, do we carry on? This whole trend line could be a little bit suggestive and a little bit dubious. I never ever would just go by trend lines and just bid them or sell the tops, but interesting to see that we are getting bid at the lows of those trend line, and we seem to be getting a little bit of continuation now on Sol. So just something to bear in mind. It's a very strong chart. If you compare this general looking chart just on a 4-hour basis here to a lot of other charts out there, it's very nice, to be honest. Okay, so just wanted to point that out. Right, Ethereum. Is Ethereum doing anything? Not really. We're going to have a look at Ethereum, then we're going to jump into Bitcoin. Okay, Ethereum has dropped down. I actually don't think this is looking too bad, to be honest. Again, you've just got your bid asks down here. Okay, so ask at the top there, bid at the lows here. So this was back on the 1st. Just going to show it to you guys to prove that it's a non-repainting, pure raw data alert. I think it will have been, was it an ETH diamond, that one maybe? Let's have a look. Where are we? Let's have a look. So this was back on the 1st, 2841 ETH diamond. Again, this is a diamond, same as the BTC diamonds if you're familiar with those, and this is Binance and Binance Perps. 2839 was our initial price alert. Okay, so that's saying to you, you don't have to just 100x market bid in there, but what it's saying is we're bid down here, you might want to have a look at getting a little bit of risk on. Okay, so 2841 was that? 2841, so it was actually a nice one because it was right down in these lows here. Okay, so you can see there the price, 2841, yeah, so double diamonds there. You wanted to get a bit of risk on, you probably had a little bit of time there, and up we go. Okay, and then just something to note here as we are looking at ETH is this is our range. We've come back into the lows and we've just got our classic that I mentioned there last week. What's that? 4 hour 700 MA. Okay, 4 hour 700 MA. Really nice. I know a few guys on the socials have mentioned this one before, but it's just trying to claim that area now. PRC a little bit higher up at 3150. And then on ETH, while we're here, if we just go and quickly have a look at the order flow, we can see it's very bid and they're trying to defend this zone. Okay, so invalidation now becomes this top level, I would say, on ETH, but we do have a bigger order block down there at 2800. Okay, so yeah, remains to be seen. Does ETH have a little bit of a moment and want to push up? Could do. Open interest pretty chilled, as we can see here, as it's just trying to find its support there. Funding profile not too bad, not extra elevated like it was back up here on that flush. So funding profile not too bad, open interest not too bad. Generally ETH has been a little bit of a boring asset, hasn't it? So I don't expect it's going to do any kind of rocket ship move up, but this is certainly a nice area that I would like to see it hold. Okay, right, let's go and have a look at big boy Bitcoin. Let's see what the big boy's doing. Right, so Bitcoin's been doing pretty well. Again, tweeted this one last week as we're down here, and also did a YouTube short warning people that that was a nice area that I wanted to keep an eye on and watch. So let's have a look at our range here firstly before we go and have a look at some order flow on BTC. So actually, I didn't think this would really V-shape up and recover, but it already has. Okay, so we've V-shaped up. It's taken a little bit of time. Okay, so BTC diamonds at the lows. We then got a liquidity alert there, which is just telling us that I think it was because shorts got wrecked actually. So let's just go and have a quick look, just because we've been doing it for everything else, at our BTC diamond. BTC. Okay, so Thursday 57s, 57.280. There we go. So yeah, our lowest kind of price action point was down in those 56 areas there. Okay, so 56.778 was our risk on area, and we're actually getting a perps alert down there as well. I believe there was group spot, there was the full recipe actually for a little bit of risk on down there. But yeah, 56.778 BTC diamond, Binance perps, BitMEX were bidding down there, and I think even Qcoin and a couple of others, Coinbase Pro, were bidding down there as well. All right, so that was in this little bit of time to get in there. I think you had a lot of time to get in there. I was slinging out YouTube shorts and tweeting out this area as well. Really nice. And what have we done in the general trend? We've come back up. We've claimed the larger time frame value area low here. Okay, 4 hour basis, which is now stands at about 62,800. It wouldn't surprise me to chop this area out. Okay, but what we've got is we've got basically the weekly open a POC here, and then we've got a higher POC just over there. Okay guys, so a lot of work still to do on Bitcoin, and it wouldn't surprise me if you kind of still, let me just zoom in a second before we go and have a look at the ratios, if you kind of chop this area out. I mean, this is your ultimate risk on zone, and then again, anyone trying to get exposure in here might just get chopped up a little bit. because you see you've got this kind of, it's almost, you could be flirting with, and Head and Shoulders experts would be probably tell me I'm wrong here, but it wouldn't surprise me if you just chop around in this kind of zone here, you know, crab it out. That'd be interesting to see if you just kind of get this kind of crab bit going on here, and then before you get any further push up. Not quite a Head and Shoulders, is it? But something like that wouldn't surprise me in the absolute slightest, as some of the altcoins do their thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. You could still come down and grind this out and then push back up, but we have broken the, you know, the lower time frame downtrend on this 4-hour basis. But we've certainly got a lot of levels we need to push up and start to conquer now. Okay, right. Quick look at volume then. Yeah, I mean, volume coming off. I think there's going to be a lot of, I mean, just on a 1-hour basis, I think there's going to be a lot of choppy action here. Funding is pretty chilled up and interest coming up. Yeah, it won't surprise me. 1-hour basis, there's been a bit of profit taking in here, as you can see from PEP, so they've been coming out of position. Spot market, no particular edge right now. Only thing I would look for on lower time frames, if you do come and smash this value area low, is does volume then come up and you just rotate back up? That'd be interesting to see. Okay, 15-minute time frame basis, one thing to note is you've got all these resting limit orders above us. Okay, on Binance spots are offers just above us here. Let me just go to a 5-minute basis so we can see that a little bit clearly. So weekly open and POC of the entire range right above us, and as we can see, we've just got these offers here. No major follow through bid just yet. Your nearest major bid coming in there at 62. I'm just going to look at some of the bigger exchanges in the order flow. So nothing from Coinbase Pro, but interest in there, just covering 62 again. Kraken, yeah, nothing major from them. Qcoin, not too much really, and Perps did lose a bid, but the Perps chart is very, very dynamic now, so it's nice to see it. And again, just in that lower to mid 62k, and then, you know, if you did get any real violence down, they're actually defending that 61, so that's really nice to see actually. Top side 65 again, which in seeing this, that's why it just makes me think we could just chop about in here a little bit while the altcoins maybe have a little bit of a play. All right, so yeah, nice order flow there. But if you've got risk on from that lower 56-57k range, I would certainly hold a little bit, and again just watch for this bid to follow up and push price with us. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll call it a day there. I'll be around in the socials if anyone needs anything. Drop us a comment. What are you thinking of the idea of Solana summer? Okay, be patient with Bitcoin, be patient with ETH. I think you're going to get a little bit more percentage on you, certainly if you're placing your derivatives trades in your altcoins over the coming week. To be honest, not looking to short Bitcoin yet. I'm not seeing enough supply. Risk on from lower, yes, manage your risk, but just be prepared for a little bit of crab action here. Okay guys, what we'll do is we'll do another live session on YouTube this week, probably Thursday at the US Open again, and we'll do a Discord live as well, maybe a bit of a Discord live later on if there's interest in it. Alright guys, cheers.
It's a wazzy, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.